Hey you, welcome to the fourth podcast of 𝗕𝗂𝗿𝗀. I am your host, Pratin Das. At some point in your life, you might have been a little confused between two or three options, right? Well, here is the story of Narasimha Murthy, who found out a simple trick that helped him to get over this confusion. So, what is the secret? Let's hear directly from him. So, hello Narasimha, it's great to have you here. How are you feeling?
Hey, hi, Pratim. Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling very great to connect with you. Like, it's my very first podcast I'm connect with anyone till now.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for this podcast because I know many things are going to come up because I had a talk with you. So yeah, I'm very much excited. I'm also very curious to know what the audience think about after hearing this podcast. So let's begin then.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So first of all, Narasimha, let's talk about you a little bit. So can you just share a little bit about yourself and to the audience?
Yeah, my full name is Narasimha Murthy, and I'm from Bangalore. I mean, my native is outside Bangalore. Currently, I'm staying in Bangalore. So I did my graduation from Dhanand Sagar institutions in electronics and communication engineering. And I have worked in Accenture for 9 months as an associate software engineer, and recently I have moved to Deloitte as a business technology analyst. So and yeah, that's all about me, I feel.
Great, great. So you have worked in two of the most well-known companies of India and also around the world because there's no hidden fact that Accenture and Deloitte are not only in India but they're worldly recognized. So congratulations to you on your journey so far.
Thank you, thank you.
So Narasimha, you also share that you had already worked in two of your great companies, right? So share what type of student you were because everything starts from something, right? So your start was in that college, like you mentioned, the Anand Sagar. So what kind of student you were basically over there, and did you always aspire to be go into the coding world or IT world, or did you aspire something else?
Yeah, before going to Dhanand Sagar College, I would little bit brief about my schooling and PU level. So I was a government school student till 5th standard, and till 7th standard I studied in my regional language medium, that is Kannada medium. Later from 8th onwards I moved to English medium. So you will be knowing how learning everything. Till 7th I studied everything in Kannada, even the maths and the science terms, everything I studied in Kannada terms. So directly moving to English medium took 1 or 2 years to adjust. Yeah, somehow I think I could say I was a above average student from childhood. Yeah. So and from 9th standard onwards I moved to Bangalore, and I did quite well in PUC, so that's why I got into Dhanand Sagar College. Actually, it is a well-known college in Bangalore, which has which is famous for so many things. I looked mainly for placements. And my journey at Dhanand Sagar, I could say I used to score 8 plus CGPA in some of the semesters, and that's all. I was not participating much in some activities during college. Yeah, it's not that great to tell.
But did you always wanted to be belonging to this world, or was it your aspirations for something else?
Yeah, I'm the first one from. I'm the first one in getting into technical field from my family, immediate family. So I was not having proper guidance while choosing engineering branch. So I chose based on my interest, because from starting I was like fear in computer science, coding and all. So I didn't choose even during +1, +2 and also during engineering. So I had quite good interest in maths and physics, so I thought of choosing electronics. So that would best suits for me. And yeah, initially I had thought of moving to core field, and even sometimes I felt of doing going for UPSC or some other exams also. So yeah, by coming to, I mean, when I was studying in third year, then I got to know, I got a very good grip for this IT field. I got clear picture of what it is. So then I started preparation for that.
As you mentioned that you did not like coding, but you are ultimately in a field that where coding is a necessity, right? So there are many people and many students who really don't know in the initial stages, because first and second year, I think hardly anyone gets that exposure to like determine like which field, like entrepreneur field or like technical field or like cold field. So which field he might aspire in the future. So what do you think, like which checkpoints or which something noticeable things that can be done or can be done by that student in order to take that decision for himself if you were in their fields?
Yeah, one thing I could always say is connect with people. So connect with as many number of as people you will get across your way. So get guidance from them or get insights of them. Like you can connect with different people working in different departments. So you'll get good insight of it, and so like that's how like it helps to choose your path. So and choose the get the best out of you. They will tell about their own field, then you can take like all the insights insights from all of those people, then you can decide which is best for you.
Okay, so coming back, like you were placed at your starting of your fourth year, as you mentioned while we were having a talk in Accenture, and it was your college placements, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, would you be kind enough to share the like recruiting process of Accenture, so that the ones listening can have a knowledge and idea of what are the steps that one must go through, and what are the different positions that you were mentioning about the different posts and what they have to clear, what they, for example, someone who is aiming for Accenture. So, what can he be doing today or she be doing today for like at least having 5 or 6 steps ahead of their colleagues? So, you can just share on that.
Yes. Yeah, I say like Accenture was a long process for me. Even though I worked for 9 months, it took like around approximately 2 years. I was in contact with Accenture from my placement, starting of my placement. Yeah, before placements, like I think 2 to 3 months before I started preparation. So like I went through India Bix. Mainly I referred India Bix, and there is one more book called 𝗪𝗀𝗶𝗵. I forgot the full name. So there was one book called 𝗪𝗀𝗶𝗵 or something. So there like all the aptitude related things were there. So I didn't refer all those topics. I referred few of them, like which I had more interest in. And also I would suggest like don't go like whichever the topic is too difficult for you. So if you know all other topics very well, then you can choose, you can leave 1 or 2 topics, so that's not a big issue. And yeah, that was how my preparation was, and even I prepared for interview as well. So like what are the common questions, all those things. So what are the answers to be done for those common questions. So everything, like I was well prepared before attending the Accenture drive. So coming to the Accenture drive, initially we had a communication test. So yeah, like almost everyone from our college passed in that. So hope communication communication round will be known by everyone. So it is like jumbling the sentences and repeating the sentences with a different accents next, and yeah, telling stories. So these were the topics in communication round. Yeah, after that we had aptitude round. Written test, I can say written test has 2 rounds continuously, which go one by one, one after the other. So there won't be any gap between that. So once you that has 2 steps. One is aptitude round and the other one is coding round. So if you clear aptitude round, then you will have choice to go to coding round, or you can end up there itself. So there were two roles actually. One is associate software engineer 𝗚SC role, and one more is 𝗕SC role. If you want to become eligible for 𝗕SC, you need to do the coding round as well. But if you clear the aptitude round, you will become eligible for 𝗚SC level. So it was your choice. So I attended coding as well, but I was, as I told you, I was not that good at coding till attending the Accenture placement. And even I was not knowing how to pass these test cases and all.
Right. Constraints and everything.
So somehow I attended coding round. I didn't get answer for both codes. So yeah, then later there was, I cleared aptitude round, so I was eligible for 𝗚SC role. So the next day I had interview. The interview was like a group interview, I can say. So like 2 interviewers were there, and they used to ask 5 people to sit at one go. So the questions were like it was like normal managerial questions types. It was not too technical. It was about project. It was to introduce ourselves and about internships, all those things. It was not like fully technical. Yeah, I can say it is like a managerial plus HR, like that. Yeah, this was the process. Along with Accenture, maybe within 1 or 2 days after, I attended CTS also, Cognizant.
Okay.
So even the process was almost similar. I had a written test. There was no communication round. I had written test. In that, aptitude round was there, and coding snippets were there. So yeah, somehow even that got cleared. Coding round, it was not actually a full coding round. It was just the snippets. So I cleared around 2 snippets out of 7. Even then I qualified in the written test. Then there was technical round for that also. In technical round, yeah, they asked about they will ask based on your background. Like if you are from 𝗚C, they won't ask much about coding, but you should have knowledge of that. So beforehand I prepared some 2 to 3 programs. That's all. I couldn't say I was that good in coding even that.
What was the 2 to 3 programs? Because the audience would love to know that.
A palindrome, maybe other 2, even those were like simple programs. Okay. I forgot.
Palindrome is really simple. I think most of them watching, they at least know one language. They would know palindrome.
Yeah, he asked some other program, but I was not knowing that. So I told him I know palindrome, so I'll explain that.
Okay.
So he told me to explain the same. So I was having good grip on this syntax and all. So I clearly explained all the steps. Somehow even that got cleared. I attended HR round. There, I don't know. At the end, I got rejected for Cognizant.
Okay.
So both Cognizant and Accenture results came on the same day. I was selected for Accenture. Yeah, from there the learning journey started for me after getting selected. Actually, transforming from non-IT to IT started from there.
Exactly. And what makes your journey so far more interesting for everyone, that's because many of them watching are not, maybe someone very good in coding, right? And some are they're still dicey, what to do. Should they get in the course? Should they go to the IT? So in the between, they are very basic in the coding part, right?
Yes.
But what your story break down the myth was, if you really want to do something, so with the basic knowledge, if you have the very basic knowledge also, and you're good in that, not only you have basic knowledge and you're not good in it, if you're good in that, things might fall into place and everything might get cleared, as you said. So I think that part is really interesting for everyone to know. And one more thing, as you said that Cognizant, right? So what was your choice? I would like to ask, this is my personal question. What was your choice basically? Accenture or Cognizant?
Yeah, if I got selected in both, I would have chosen Accenture itself.
Okay. Yeah. That's a very modest answer. Anyone watching from Accenture, thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. So as you you were selected in your starting of your fourth year. Okay. Yes. And obviously your 1 year was still left before completing your the college. So it was really was it difficult to manage your college and the modules that you received as a joiner? I think you're sure you have received modules to learn about and all the stuff. So was it difficult to balance both the thing, or it is balanceable?
Yeah, I could say yeah, I got selected in September 2019. So, and in December 2019 I got all the documents to submit all those things, and in Feb 2020 I got offer letter, and then in the March 2020 we received modules. In Accenture they will send modules before joining. So on basis of these modules there will be a test soon after joining, so that we have to clear that. So that is 3 attempts will be there, you have to clear that, then only you will be a full-time employee, we can say like that. So but that is not that difficult if you learn those modules. So these modules I received on March, so that was starting of my 8th semester. So yeah, soon after I received I was so fully excited about all those modules. Even my friends, we had healthy competition of doing all those modules, and yeah, somehow COVID hit during that time. I think March 27th, that day we got, the lockdown was announced.
Yeah.
So that was very big advantage for us. So to spend more time on these modules as well, along with
you got that time.
Yeah. So, and that too in 8th semester we didn't have many subjects. We had only 3 theory subjects. Okay. Projects were there. Because of this pandemic, we were not able to do all those projects and all. So somehow we managed, and it was around 8 months. 8 months I got time for all those modules, and these modules were based on core Java, fully on core Java and Java 8 features, and there was SQL as well, fully on SQL. I mean, in-depth knowledge of SQL, I can say, and HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and there was some software engineering concepts as well, SDLC, software development lifecycle, full entire thing they have explained. Then OOPS, UML, Unix as well. So all around 9 modules we had. So out of which core Java and SQL were the most important. So based on that, there will be coding test after joining.
Okay.
So yeah, they have given various lot number of hands-on questions to solve on our own. So yeah, that helped me to get grip of this IT field, I can say. So yeah, I have learned everything. I did most of the questions on my own. I can say it's not we should know language always. If you know maths very well, I think I know I'm quite good at mathematics. So that is how helped me for the logic. So if you know the logic, and if you know some small I mean, if you know the syntax of any one language, then you can do good at coding, I feel. Learning DSA and all, those are next level. We have to spend more time on that. But basic coding, we can say if you know logic, and if you know if you spend 1 to 2 weeks on any one coding language, you can easily solve code, small codes, I feel.
Right. And yeah. After that, your onboarding was completed.
So yeah, in November 2020, I was onboarded. So soon after that, I had test on these modules. So I got it was like around 50 question. I mean 50 marks for coding and 50 marks for MCQs. So I got 50 out of 50 in coding and around 28 in MCQs. So I got passed in first attempt.
Great.
Yeah, after that I was deployed to stream training in Accenture. So even that was based on Java. So there I learned all the again core Java and Java Spring framework and JDBC, Servlet, JSP, JSTL, ORM-JPA. So all those, like most of the advanced concepts of Java I learned there. So that is how like I got very good grip in Java, and that helped me to get into Deloitte.
Right.
Yeah.
And like that was the base of your getting into Deloitte.
Yes.
The learning part.
Yeah. So Accenture played a major role here.
So like you're all gratitude towards Accenture now.
Yes.
Great. And like obviously everything was work from home from the start until today also. So still like it's very difficult to understand like the physical environment now in your shoes right now. But still like anything about the work culture you found, like any myths were broken because everyone knows like how to get to some particular company, right? But what the environment is, and also many of them are like very much curious, like what happens after joining. Is there directly any project assigned? Do you do singly or in a group? So can you just share the work culture and what any myths broken in your corporate life?
Yeah, I could say like I don't have experience of working in office, but even though like I had very good relationship with our team. So yeah, even though like if you go to office, they're all from different locations. So again, we need to connect virtually. Always like the team was very good actually. Before that I can say like soon after this training, the first exam I told based on those modules, I was deployed to project as well as this Java training I was telling about. So like Java training was there for 1 day per week, and the other 4 days I need to work for a project. So this project was like very good for me. I mean all the team members were very supportive actually. So like like we didn't feel like I didn't feel like any misconception or like I didn't feel any difficult actually.
Everything was smooth.
Yeah. So the training and the project was going very smoothly. Yeah, though we have missed some parties, all those going out, all those things in the office, but like we had a very good relation. I mean, we had very good connect with ourselves.
So like everything was good. So like how did you get into Deloitte after that? Like and share about like what happened with your, as you mentioned, that Naukri. Okay, and kindly stress on it because everyone listening, obviously they have updated from like to LinkedIn, but also one more very good platform is there, that's Naukri. And I've heard multiple of times that Naukri has played a huge role, like to get the interviews or like to make the resumes to some HRs for any like kind of to have a resume. So can you just share like what was your journey from Accenture to Deloitte, and how did you get on and all the processes, some of the how one can get into Deloitte?
I can say before that I used to apply for so many companies. I don't know why, even though I was not interested to move or something, but I used to apply for some companies because I used to get so many mails to apply for this job, this role and all. I used to apply regularly, even though I was not updated my resume as well. Like I was updated during my placement. That time I had no skills of IT. I was using the same resume for applying for all these companies as well. So obviously I was getting rejected. So, and in Naukri, I had this, I can say, I had something like I create so many profiles on social media. Like whichever the application I get, I'll create profile and I'll use for some time like that. So similarly, I was created my profile in different job apps, including this Indeed, in Naukri also. So I'm not sure how did I update my Naukri profile also. During this Java training, I think by the end of the Java training, I updated with all my skills, like whichever the topics I have learned during my Java training. So yeah, I have updated all those things, and even I completed 100% profile of mine. So later, I got a mail from Deloitte recruiter. I mean, his mail ID was ending with Deloitte.com. So I thought, with the job description as well. So that job description required like a minimum of 0.6 year experience. So I thought I could give a try for that. So I updated my resume for like around 4 to 5 hours that day, and I have sent the resume. Yeah, but I was not till then. I was not shifting all those things. I didn't have that in my mind. So later, after 1 week, I think I got a test link mail to take the test for this process. So it was based on Java, fully on Java, 30 MCQ questions and 30 for 30 minutes. So even that I had whatever the knowledge based on whatever the knowledge I had. So I took the test on that. Somehow got cleared. After 2 days, I got technical round interview schedule. I attended technical round as well. Even there, it was fully based on Java, and the interviewer not even asked one question other than the technical. He didn't even ask her introduce yourself. So I was fully prepared on all those normal questions.
The HR questions that we say.
Yeah, at least 1 or 2 questions they should ask, introduce yourself, all those things. But it was fully based on technicals. Yeah, somehow if I want to tell about the questions, type of questions I got is it was mainly on string questions. So how string is immutable, immutability of string, how to overcome that using string builder, string buffer, those concepts. Then collections, exceptions, and then move to Spring framework, Spring MVC. So it was fully on the technical interview was fully on Java, in-depth Java, I can say. That happened. After that, around 2 to 3 days later, I got a survey mail to fill all my details, but I was not knowing that is for releasing my offer letter. So I was still wonder I didn't had managerial or HR round. So I thought even some more interviews will be there. But later, around 3 to 4 days after that, I got a call, and they told your selection process is done, and you will be getting offer letter soon. So this is how the process was. I feel because I got selected into Accenture, they didn't do this communication round, HR round. I feel because Accenture they won't take easily without these rounds and all. So maybe that's why they reduced these rounds, I feel.
Maybe they also have the awareness that the first round is only communication round of Accenture. So you might as well have done good in that. That's why you're here. Great, yeah. Because from you, if I just take a step back and look at your journey, from a person who's confused, which place to go, UPSC, core, electronics, or in an IT field. So from there to coming at a place, Deloitte, everyone is this can be my dream company. I want to get there, right? So you have already landed there. So I think that's a crazy part from everyone to listen, because we have complicated things so much. A certain company, no man, the stakes are so much high. So there's so much competition around. My friends know 2 program more than me, so how will I go there? So I think this was a very myth-breaking, path-breaking conversation. And there are so many insights to take from your talks. And so what are you planning for future? Like after this, what are you planning? Like, are you staying in Deloitte or any future plans for higher studies or something else?
Yeah, currently, like I didn't decide to go for higher studies, but I have in mind of doing MBA after some years. Like either it is distance learning or through full time. I'm not sure. I'm not decided yet. But I think I'll do MBA later. After like, but currently I should focus on this job now. So I mean, maybe like 2 to 3 years, I won't go for. I mean, I won't leave this, I feel.
And how you're lacking in Deloitte now?
Yeah, still the onboarding process is going on, and yeah, I think I may get into Salesforce or the Java field. So yeah, very excited actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what I would say, like, what would be your one final message to everyone, like a student like you who is confused, who has a very like minimum set of skills at present now? So, what would be your one thing that you may say to him, because from a certain level of experience you have now, so that he is now has a roadmap, at least if I say a blueprint to get to a place, and like look back and smile, like what the a little confusion he was having, and just with your one like experience he could have a clarity. So what would you say that?
Yeah, as I already told, get insight. I mean, get insights of as many people you get across your way, and try to connect with family members as well if you have any uh, members like who is in the same path as like you. I mean, as you are going to reach. So and yeah, like getting insights is the first point I can say. Getting insights from getting experiences, insights, like how they did to do all this, achieve in their field. So first we need to decide in which path we need to go. So that is the first thing. Then prepare on that. So if you want to come for IT field, probably, I mean, obviously the logic part is very important. So learn aptitude very well, very well, because all the companies will have aptitude test for freshers. So that is the second part. And along with that, yeah, preparing for interview is also like one thing we need to do. It's not like directly going and sitting in the interview and talk as like something you get on mind. So it's not like that. Yeah, prepare for that also. And yeah, main thing is like just decide what you want to do. That's it.
Great, great. I think those points will really help. And thank you so much, like, for sparing your time and coming and doing this in the weekend.
Yeah. Thank you for you to inviting me for this podcast, and all the very best for you. Like it's good, very good initiative actually.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And all the best to you for your coming days. And I hope you do wonders in your path. So, all the best. And thank you for coming to the podcast of Inside Buddha.
Thank you, thank you so much for inviting me too, and all the best for invite Inside Buddha as well. So I think this is my third or fourth episode. I feel
Yeah.
I want to look
Fourth episode.
dozens of more.
I hope for the best and hope that the message reaches to the maximum people possible.